Day of the Skulls by Simon Sylvester. Piñoy is back, amigo. I'll give you a story and you give me a smile. You give me a smile and we pass it round, you see? This is a story about me, my cousins, my Grandpappy Ronato, my Uncle Oscar, and that crazy-ass Colombian goalkeeper, José René Higuita Zapata. The crazy man. And this is about the Day of Skulls, where everything went wrong. See, the Day of Skulls is a big day. Día de las Ñañitas. Every November, you say muchas gracias to your ancestors for looking after your family. They look after you, so you look after them, right? This is how it goes. After someone's been dead a few years, let's say Papi Renato, with the belly and the famous gold tooth. Papi's been dead a few years. So Nana takes us back to the cemetery. We found his tomb and took out his skull. We cleaned it up and made sure his famous gold tooth sparkled, just the way he liked it. We gave Papi a hat and put some flowers in his sockety eyes. And then we make him look good, real good. Everybody likes to real good to look, right, amigo? And then Papi took pride of place in our home. Sometimes he'd sit in the corner where he could watch the soccer, because Papi loved the soccer. Sometimes he'd sit in the kitchen and listen to the woman chatter, 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 chatter. Sometimes we'd leave him to watch over the baby's crib, so he could chase away the spooks. We always knew Papi would see us right. We put him in a special glass box and filled all with marigolds. And then, every November, along comes Día de las Ñañitas, on the Day of Skulls. Here we paid Papi back for all the watching he'd done in the house. We'd dress him extra nice and take him for a walk around the neighborhood. We gave him coca leaves and cigarrillos and maybe a little rum. This would make Papi very happy. And we knew he'd watch all over us, the spirits, all year. You still smiling for me, amigo? Yes, good. Keep listening. You know, I'd be lying if I did not tell you this. But we had a hell of a kick doing stuff with Papi there, knowing he couldn't do anything about it. Like when Tino tried to kiss Lupita and she punched him in the balls. Or when we played with the television tuning, looking for MTV, messing up all the other stations. That would have sent him crazy. Best of all was playing soccer inside the house. See, with Papi dead, me, Tino, and Pepe, we could play soccer inside. Papi always used to shout like hell if he caught us playing inside soccer. Every time we played, we could almost hear him. You goddamn boys! Get your asses outside before I cut your fucking throats! Papi, how he loved to laugh. And you know, maybe he'd be tickled that we play soccer inside. Inside there with him watching over us. And I mean, right above us. He was right there, in the glass case, on the shelf. We used him as a referee. All of us claiming that Papi had seen that goal, or the foul, or the offside, and nothing went wrong. We played soccer just fine. Papi watched us play for years. The problems only started when we let cousin Maxi come and play. Check it out, he said. I can do the scorpion kick. We all knew the scorpion kick. Everybody knows the scorpion kick from José René Higuita Zapata, the madman, El Loco himself, the craziest goalkeeper of all time. You can't do the scorpion kick, said Tino. Throw me the ball, man, said Maxi. Well, Tino threw the ball up in the air and right there on the rug. Maxi dived forward, his legs rising up behind the scorpion, sure as El Loco did. And then he kicked the goddamn ball like a cannon, which would have been fine, except he kicked it straight at Papi. And there was a terrible splintering sound of the glass case falling apart, and the skull kind of exploded like powder. In a sick silence, we gathered to look at the pieces of Papi. The ball rolled into the corner. Maxi recovered first. Damn, bro,
he whispered. Pendejo, said Tino. Chorra, said Pepe. Motherfucker, I said. Of course we beat the crap out of Cousin Maxi. But that didn't fix our problem. There was an honored ancestor in 1,000 pieces all over the rug. There were bits in Pepe's hair. There was no way we could give him back together. And as we gathered the pieces of Papi, I saw something shining bright in the floor. It was Papa's famous gold tooth. Damn, Papi loved that tooth. It was famous because he swapped it for a donkey when he was 15 years old, and saved it till he lost a tooth that fit. That took another 20 years. Every time he lost a tooth, people would say, Papi, Papi, now have you fitted your famous gold tooth? And he'd say, God damn it, to fuck no! And then everyone had to wait for the next one to go. Eventually there was a good space for the gold tooth, and the whole neighborhood had a party to celebrate. Now it gleamed. It gleamed in the pieces of his scattered skull, like 10 centavos in the gutter. I started getting an idea. First thing, Tino and Pepe distracted Nana and Rosalita, because if Nana found out about this, she'd cut off our balls. Next, me and Maggie scooped all the pieces of Papi into a wooden box. I sneaked a couple of cigar butts and a drip of rum in there too, just to keep him happy. Respect, you know. Dia de las Mañitas is never far away. I put his gold tooth in my pocket, nice and safe. Then me and Maxi ran to the cemetery like the devil was behind us. We found Papi's tomb, and I slipped the box in the rest with his bones, whispering a little apology. Then came the tricky bit. Uncle Oscar. No one really liked Uncle Oscar. He was a fat old fucker. Took 8 men to shift his coffin, and he farted all the time. Once when he got drunk, he tried to beat his wife. Only Cristina was too quick for him, and she thrashed him with a mop, then went home to her people in the Highlands. But I'll say it's this much for Uncle Oscar. He only died a couple of years after Papi, and that meant his skull would look about the same, right? And at that point, he was our only hope. So me and Maxi prized the lid of his tomb, and there's Uncle Oscar grinning up at us. He'd been there a few years. He's gone all leathery, sort, you know, flaky. He didn't smell too good either. But I tell you this, amigo, he farted worse when he was alive. Very worse. Anyway, I reached into the tomb, took hold of the skull with both my hands, closed my eyes and yanked it out. Well, shit, man. Shit. Half the fucking skeleton came after him, clutching the skull. I fell out on my ass and dragged out Oscar's bones all over me and Maxi. We just looked at each other. There were bits of Uncle Oscar inside my shirt. Man, down my pants. Maxi scrambled to pack the bones back into the tomb, while I plucked bits of skin off the skull with a noise like sandpaper. At last, we got Uncle Oscar's body back into his tomb and sealed it tight again. We cleaned the skull with a drain pipe, rinsing off the leathery scraps of old skin. And, well, you know, brain and, I hid it under my shirt, between Oscar's skull and Papi's famous gold tooth. I figured we can get out of this just fine. One problem. Uncle Oscar had a full mouth of nice white teeth. He never once lost a tooth. But Pedro the mechanic let me borrow his pipe wrench. It barely fit, but I cranked out a tooth in sort of the right place. We used bubble gum to stick Papi's famous gold tooth into Uncle Oscar's jaw socket, and back home, me and Maxi laid the skull inside the broken case. Amigo, I tell you now, I'm not stupid. I know we couldn't get away with it completely. The skulls didn't look the same, and the case was ruined. So we arranged the broken pieces on the floor with the skull tumbled over, broken glass everywhere. Then my brothers fetched Nana back from the market. Nana, I said, Nana, look at what Maxi's done to Papi. Well, Nana gave Maxi a second hiding. She was furious about the broken glass, about the disrespect for Papi too, sure, but mostly the broken glass. After all, the skull's been knocked about, but look, you can see it's okay. Everything was fixed up fast enough. But every now and then, Nana would stop and give the skull the eye. "You got that boy," she said, squinting at the case. "You knocked up Papi so bad, he don't hardly look like Papi anymore." Well, we kept pretty quiet about that. Come the day of skulls, like always, we took the skull for a walk about the neighborhood, all pretty in a new glass case, the gold tooth shining, meeting up with everyone else and their family skulls. There was plenty of rum and cigars, just the way Papi would have liked it. You know, if he'd been there. We almost got away with it, amigo. A few weeks later, Nana called us into the front room for a blessing. She had the whole family face the skull, everyone with arms about each other. "Papi Renato," she said, "we want to thank you for looking over us. Thank you for looking over me and Tino and Pepe and Maxi and Rosalita and Conchita and Ramon." "Thank you, Papi," we chorused, good and dutiful. "But Papi," she continued, "we see how all your good work has taken its toll. You've been knocked about some," with a sidelong glare at Maxi, "and I think it's about time you took a rest." I started to get this nasty feeling in my stomach, like when you got the runs and you know you can't hold on long enough. "Papi," she said, "I'm decided. I'm going to put you back in your tomb. Me and Rosalita have been talking. It's about time Uncle Oscar took a turn, the lazy devil." All at once, me and Maxi and Tino and Pepe looked at each other. Tino all but moaned, "Yup, exactly like when you got the shits." Uncle Oscar looked down from his shelf. The fat bastard, grinning away. Papi's golden tooth shining from his yaw like a star. Nana started bustling away, saying, "Now boys, you get down to the cemetery and switch these skulls, and you be good to Uncle Oscar when you wake him up." And me, I started getting another idea. I was thinking how, we could keep Oscar's skull, only Papi's gold tooth would have to come out of it. And for Uncle Oscar, who was so proud of all his nice white teeth, that would leave a gap. I wondered whether maybe Maxi might have a couple of loose teeth, Only Maxi saw me coming with the pipe wrench and ran away. Well, that's my story, amigo. Here we are. I gave you a story and you gave me a smile. Now that we're talking of it, you smile nice and bright. Huh? You got all your teeth, amigo. All of them? Seems you could stand to lose one. Maybe just one. Sorry, amigo, but you gave me a smile and I'll share it around, you see? That's how it goes on the day of skulls.